Gonna ride, gonna roam the whole countryside, gonna bring along just a prairie song. I'm gonna ride, setting long, been a standing here far too long. Gonna set my tail on the open trail. I'm gonna ride, honey, alone. Gonna cross the great divide, gonna roam the land to the desert sand, gonna ride, gonna ride. Gang raided the bank. Get your horse. I'm asking for a man to ride with the posse. I'm with you, Sheriff. Get your horse.
Is it serious? Not a killing for the Skull Mesa gang.
That Skull Mesa gang ought to be wiped out.
Yeah. How are we going to do it?
We all know they hide out somewhere in the Skull Mesa range.
Posse would be massacred hunting for...
Got to be done. If the law can't protect me, I'll have to close the express office.
Then why doesn't the ranger, Fred Jamison, do it? He's paid to fight for the law.
That's too big a job to expect from any one man.
Yeah. I guess that's what he thinks. Never seems to be around when there's any excitement.
There they are. I've got to relay the fresh horse. Say, that white horse looks mighty familiar. Doesn't that?
Walked into town one day.
waiting for a streetcar?
Not exactly. Somebody stole my horse last night.
Well, I'll be dadgum. Stealing from a ranger is what I call downright impudence.
Well, I won't get very far. Folks around here knows my horse about as well as they know me. Miner,
Yep.
you ever do any prospecting around the Skull Mason range?
Yep. I got a right smart-looking claim back in there.
Say, you ever hear of a outlaw hideout up there?
Mister, I ain't lost no outlaws, and I've grown as old as I am by minding my own business.
Where'd you leave that ranger's horse?
Alongside the road where he's sure to find him.
What a surprise he's going to get when he rides into town, that horse.
Yeah.
You better get out of those clothes before one of the boys takes a shot at you by mistake.
If you're tired of packing that saddle, why, it's nowhere on romance here.
I guess I'll have to take you up on that, old-timer. Gosh, my boots are sure full of feet. But if anybody sees me riding a burro, why, just bury me where I fall.
Oh, romance will pack you all right. She's mighty sturdy.
What'd you say you call that little old burro?
Romance. I call her romance because she's a lover of sentimental songs. And, son, if you'll just sing to her kind of soft and low, she'll pack you all day long.
All right, just take that old getter there and get started, boy, and I'll show you how to get a nice free ride.
All right, what is do her?
Here's romance, I see her passing by, and at one glance completely fills my eyes. I see an angel before me, one I could adore. She came from out of the blue, my wonderful dream come true.
My dream come true.
Ah, here's romance. This is my lucky day, my lucky chance to see her pass my way, and my sentimental heart began to dance. Ah, here is love. Ah, here is romance. Ah, here's romance. I see her passing by, and at one glance completely fills my eyes. I see an angel before me, one I could adore. She came from out of the blue, my wonderful dream come true. Ah, here's romance. This is my lucky day, my lucky chance to see her pass my way, and my sentimental heart began to dance. Ah, here is love.
hello, Jean. Did you ride out to meet me? That's what I call real affection.
Face looks familiar, but doesn't seem to belong to the rest of the outfit.
You remember me. Why, you had plans to sort of marry me someday.
Oh, yes, I remember. Oh, but it's all off now. You're not a very good horse trader, Fred Jamison.
Oh, romance ain't much for style, but she's mighty sturdy. Huh?
Yes, I imagine romance has her good points, but,
I get it. You don't want to be seen riding alongside such a handsome burro.
What big ears you have, Grandma.
For the love of Mike, Jean, ride into town and get me a horse, will you?
Well, maybe I will, and maybe I won't.
Maybe you should have walked.
No maybe about it. I'll never hear the end of this.
Captain Rawlins, I believe that someone in town is in cahoots with that Skull Mesa gang.
Why do you think that?
They always know just when and where to make a raid. They never miss.
Yes, I'm afraid I agree with you.
Hello, Dad. May I borrow a horse?
Oh, hello, Jean. I want you to meet Captain Rawlins with the Rangers. Captain Rawlins, this is my daughter, Jean.
How do you do, Captain?
How do you do?
It seems as if I already know you. I've heard Fred speak of you so many times.
Oh, yes, Fred Jamison, huh? Yes, he's done some fine work. So recently, I thought he was one of my best men.
So recently? What do you mean?
Well, I can't say that he's done much about that Skull Mesa gang, and doesn't look like to me he wanted to do anything about it.
But that's not true.
Jean, Captain Rawlins wouldn't say that unless he had reason to believe it was true.
Oh, hello, Jean. Say, I thought you were my friend.
I'm sorry, but I did intend to bring you a horse.
Well, it's all right. The funny thing, though, somebody steals my horse and then leaves him right where I'm bound to find him. Oh, hello. Captain Rawlins. Surprised to see you in our neck of the woods.
Yeah, I kind of thought you would be.
What do you mean?
Someone in town is in with the Skull Mesa gang. Who is it?
I'm just as anxious to know as you are.
Hello, Sheriff.
Howdy, Captain.
Any luck?
We lost them. They had a man waiting with the relay place horse. Sheriff, look.
I swear the man with the relay rode that horse.
I wasn't close enough to see the man's face, but the general getup looked mighty like Jamison.
How do you explain that one?
Why, strange as it may seem, Captain Rawlins, somebody stole my horse last night.
And you're riding him now?
Well, I found him on the way into town. Somebody rode him hard and then turned him loose.
What do you think I am, a fool?
What do you mean, Captain Rawlins?
You're in with that gang and trying to lie out of it.
We'll cool you off in the calaboose.
Never mind, Sheriff. I'll attend to this. You report to headquarters immediately.
I'll report nowhere. I'm through. If you have any proof that I'm in with a gang of outlaws, it's your duty to arrest me. If you haven't any proof, keep your mouth shut.
Fred, don't act like this. I'll tell them I saw you without your horse.
Why, they'd say you're relying on my account.
No, they wouldn't. I can make them believe me.
I don't care what they believe, Jean.
Oh, don't be a stubborn...
A stubborn mule? Well, stubborn mule or not, I'm not going to take that from anybody. The way he burned up, I guess they hit pretty close to the truth.
Jim Davis, you've no right to say anything like that.
I have a right to my own opinion, Jean. And I know I'm right.
I know you're wrong.
Hi, Captain.
Hello, Pete.
How'd you find things over the other side of the county?
That's the good.
What's the matter? Heard some bad news?
Fred Jamison is thrown in with the outlaws.
What? Oh, look, Captain. If you're trying to kid me, don't spring something that's impossible for me to believe.
If your jaw felt like mine does, you'd believe it. And he handed in his badge.
That doesn't make sense. A long time now, Fred Jamison has been my idea of everything that a ranger should be. You can't just suddenly think of him as a low-down pack rat.
No, none of us like to think of him as a pack rat, but it's true.
Hello, Red. Oh, Jim. Sit down. How'd you make out about that ranger's horse?
Perfect. They threw him out so fast he's still bouncing.
That was a pretty neat trick. You know, lawmen don't bother me much. But I don't want that Jameson guy on my trail. He's dynamite.
Where's my cut?
What is this? Barbed wire juice? Well, it ain't for women and children. You know, we didn't do so bad in that bank job.
Follow my instructions and you'll always cash in. Now, the express company has a heavy payroll shipment in a few days. I'll let you know in time to get set.
Okay.
Hold it, boys. Drop that payroll off and keep your eyes straight ahead.
Someone beat us to the payroll. And there he goes.
Did you hurt yourself?
No.
You better stop drinking that cactus liquor. All right, get that stuff cleaned up. Come in here, you. Go on, get in there. What are you sneaking around here for, huh?
Oh, you like buy 'em baskets?
No, I don't want to buy any baskets.
No. Maybe Big Chief like buy.
No, I don't want any baskets, I told you.
No.
No.
Maybe you like
No,
buy
I
other
don't want any baskets. Now, get out.
Wait a minute, Chief, don't be that.
All right, come on, Sam. Come on, get out of here. Hurry up. Go on, never mind that. So sitting bull rides again, huh?
Captain, you're a very difficult man to sell a basket to. I guess you know that.
You sure fooled me, Fred.
And I think we pulled the Skull Mesa game. You know, they thought there was a payroll in that empty box we stole.
Oh, the fact that they were around proves that.
Yeah, and somebody in town thought there was money in it and tipped them off. I'd like to meet up with that fella if he had anything to do with stealing my horse. Made our setup look on the level, but it was sure tough on my feet.
Well, you picked a mighty tough job.
Yeah, most of them are.
That's a very funny costume.
Well, this is no beauty contest I'm entered in, you know.
That's true. Oh, and say, by the way, there's a little matter of a punch in the jaw I want to take up with you.
Yeah, did you like it?
I wish you'd learn to pull your punches.
Well, you know what you said.
What?
Make it look real.
Well, you probably didn't say to make it look like a massacre.
Captain, that was just once over lightly.
Hello, Pete. What's on your mind?
Captain, I'd like to ask for a short leave of absence.
A leave of absence? Why, Oh, yes. Yes, surely. I mean, you've been working pretty hard. You deserve a leave of absence.
I'm much obliged.
That's quite all right, and don't do anything foolish.
Oh, I'll try to keep out of trouble.
Good night.
Good night.
One of the things I don't like about this job, having Pete think I'm on the wrong side of the law.
I know how you feel, Fred, but it's the only way to play it, believe me. We don't know who's friendly to this gang, and a careless word might cost you your life.
Well, maybe you're right. We'll let it go the way it is. And by the way, if I have to send you a message, me send them Indian basket.
I don't want it.
Yeah, but you're going to want this one. And listen, when you get it, it'll mean come a-running.
Count on me.
Hello, Pete. Sort of strayed off your home range, haven't you?
Fred, I've been hearing some talk that don't sound so good. I'd like to know what it's all about.
I ain't talking anymore, Pete. I'm playing the game as I see it.
On which side of the law?
Now, that's my business. Come on, let's have a drink.
Wait a minute, Fred. You and me have been buddies for a long while. Don't you think I'm entitled to hear your side of the story?
Listen, Pete, you either trust me or you don't. Now, let's forget about it.
Forget it. Until I know that you're not crossing up the Rangers, I'm going my way.
Now, wait a minute, Pete. You're a hothead. Don't try to carry the world on your shoulders.
You saved my life once, Fred, and I don't admire to be in your debt, but I am. So we'll let it go at that. But remember, I'm a ranger. If ever it's my duty to go out after you, I'll bring you in.
Fair enough.
Jamison, you're under arrest
What for?
for that payroll holdup. Driver and guard both recognize your voice. So hand over your guns. One at a time, and butt first.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Why did you do that? Why didn't you shoot?
I owed him a debt. We're square now.
You're a ranger, ain't you? Well, he's wanted for robbery.
I know he is. I'm going after him. It looks like we've lost him.
Yep, we might as well turn back.
Turn back. You afraid to go on?
No, I just use common sense. A dead shot ain't no good to nobody. He's an army hunt outlaws in there. Shot full of holes before we ever found their hideout.
Well, just the same, I think I'll go along in there and see what happens.
Well, you do as you like. But this ain't no healthy country for a lawman. All right, boys. Back to town.
I'll be seeing you.
I see an angel before me.
Hi, old-timer. I told you I'd drop in on you sometime.
Well, I'm glad you did.
Hey, you've got a nice place here. Doggone, man. What a terrible country. You know, I dang near lost my way getting up here, even with your instructions.
Well, I reckon this Skull Mesa Range is about as tough as they come. Why, even the rattlesnakes that live around hereabouts have got a permanent curvature of the spine from following these canyons.
I wouldn't be surprised to see him carrying compasses. Say, old-timer, I'm laying my cards on the table. I don't stand so high with the law right now.
Well, now, son, that's just a little matter between you and the law, and it ain't none of my business. But I was just about to rustle up some grub. Would you join me?
Will I join you? Say, can I help you?
Oh, no, thanks. I'll get along all right without any help.
Well, what are we going to have, old-timer?
Eggs. Hen's eggs.
Oh, shut my mouth.
Now one day Cactus Pete walked into town. He thought he'd start in kicking things around. He took an awful licking when he started in the kicking. Now Cactus Pete 6 feet underground. He took an awful licking when he started in the kicking. Now Cactus Pete is 6 feet underground. Now one day he walked into Sandy's bar. He ordered up a drink and a big cigar. Tried to walk out without paying, and he took an awful play. And now Cactus Pete is 6 feet underground.
Now once he tried his hand at playing stud. They caught him cheating, now his name is Mud. Oh, he made some awful faces when they called him hiding aces. Now Cactus Pete is 6 feet underground. Oh, he made some awful faces when they called him hiding aces. Now Cactus Pete is 6 feet underground.
Cactus Pete, he joined the rodeo and tried his level best to steal the show. Comes upon a steer to chuck him and a pair of bighorns stuck him. Now Cactus Pete is 6 feet underground.
He tried to make believe that he was tough until the day that someone called his bluff. For his gun he tried to pull it, but he stopped somebody's bullet. Now Cactus Pete is 6 feet underground. For his gun he tried to pull it, but he stopped somebody's bullet. Now Cactus Pete is 6 feet underground.
Now Cactus Pete is lying in the bog. His grave is covered up with stones and rocks. For he wasn't on the level, now he's playing with the devil. Old Cactus Pete is 6 feet underground.
Keep them right where they are.
You had me worried, partner. I thought it was the sheriff.
The sheriff's got more sense than to come up here.
Yeah, well, I'm glad to know it.
Say, you had your nerve, too, after cheating me out of payroll.
Looked like maverick money to me. I didn't see your brand on any of it.
No, but I was aiming to get it.
You know, how was I to know that?
I don't reckon you would. Have you got it with you?
Knowing that you hang out up here, I'm not as crazy as that.
Pretty smart, huh?
I'm getting smart. You hombres have got the right idea. What did I get for being a ranger? They slapped an outlaw brand on me, and now they're going to get what they asked for.
And you're getting off to a pretty good start.
Yes, and it's only a start. Listen, I got my eye on a jackpot that's worth going after.
Hey, maybe you and I can work pretty good together.
Maybe we can.
How about taking a ride up to camp and talking it over?
Right. Be with you in a minute.
Oh, why waste time on him, Red?
He can't do no harm around here. Furthermore, I'm holding on to him to find out where he hid that money. This country's being overrun with desert rats. Come on, you, pack up and get out of here.
Well, I mind my own business and don't bother you none.
Don't give me no arguments. Get out of here.
Now, wait a minute, partner. Don't bother him. Why, he's harmless. So long, old-timer. Thanks for the grub.
So long. Come back again sometime. But leave your friends at home.
Well, the last thing I see of this fellow, he's riding down the road. He could have played checkers on his coattail.
That's pretty funny. But what about this jackpot you've got your eye on?
Yeah. If I cut you in on that, I'm to be the boss about the way the deal is handled.
That's fair enough. You think different? Whatever you say. All right, you're the boss.
You know, when I was a ranger, I learned a lot of things that are going to come in handy now.
I'll bet you did. But what about this jackpot?
The express company's got a lot of gold on hand. They're afraid to ship it till they get you fellas under lock and key. And I know where it is.
Where is it?
That's something I'll tell you when we go after it.
Hey, Red.
Look what a couple of boys found snooping around outside.
All right. It looks as if you win. And I'd rather be in my boots than yours, even as we stand right now.
Well, then I guess we're both satisfied.
You got no love for rangers. Finish him off.
Oh, why waste the lead? He can't do anything.
We got no use for prisoners up here. We bury them. And this is no place for a man who's chicken-hearted.
I got no love for a ranger. But I never got used to shooting a man. He didn't have a gun on his hand.
That was no accident. Why did you try to help that ranger?
Because I wanted to give him a break. My bargain with you didn't include killing a pal. What are you going to do with him?
I don't know yet. But to make sure you don't mess up the express deal, I'm going to hold on to him for a while. He might come in handy. Tie him up. You going someplace, Fred?
Well, I thought I'd ride into town, look the ground over.
Good idea. Have a couple of boys ride with you in case you need some help.
I don't need any help, Fred.
Well, take them along anyway. They might come in handy.
I get it.
All right, let him go along for the ride. Good. And don't forget, you've still got your friend Pete here with us.
I'm way ahead of you.
Undercover.
I didn't want to tell you this before the rest of the gang, but the sheriff tells me there's a ranger up here. What about her?
Well, that's what I want to talk to you about.
Wow. A wolf in sheepskin. Or maybe I ought to say a sheep in wolfskin.
What's he doing here?
Well, he's figuring on joining up with us.
Join the outfit? You're crazy.
Listen, Davis. Red and me are right friendly, see? We got a deal. You don't want me in the outfit, why, suppose you try putting me out.
We don't need him. Why take a chance?
Hey, if you've got an argument with him, you settle it.
Oh, maybe he'd rather have somebody else do his fighting for him. Mr. Davis, I was just once over like him.
You're a fighting wildcat. You know, we're going to go places together.
We sure will, Red.
He sort of gave you a working over.
Where's he heading for?
To town. He claims he's got a rich haul staked out for us.
I think he's lying.
Maybe so and maybe not. That's why I sent the boys with him. He's got that money hidden someplace, and I'm not letting him get out of the country with it.
I don't like him hanging around town. He can do me a lot of damage now.
Seems he did already without going to town.
I hope you boys take good care of him. You know, if the sheriff spots me, the town will be full of gun smoke in no time.
Shucks. Dad busted. There's times, ma'am, when a man would like to be alone so as he could express himself.
I'm sorry, old-timer, but I have to stay here till Father gets back. Why don't you let me help you?
No, thank you. No, thank you. I'll wrap the dead-gum thing if I have to bust a G-string of doing it.
You like buying baskets?
No, you pesky redskin. I'm busy, and I don't like to buy 'em basket.
Did you want something?
Me want, you send basket. This man, he know. He tell me he want basket.
All right, I'll make out a tag for you.
You send them pretty quick,
It'll go on today's coach. He'll get it this evening.
You're welcome. Where's Jameson?
He's inside, disguised as an Indian.
Maybe so you got him brother. Maybe him buy Indian basket.
No, dadgummit, I ain't got no brother. And if I did have, I reckon maybe he'd mind his own dadgum business just the same as I do.
I just saw Fred Jamison. He was disguised as an Indian.
Where is he?
Over in the express office.
All right, boys, just like shooting fish. I'll ride out and give Red the good news, huh?
Hey, you Indian!
Oh, just a little too good to last. All right, boys, hit leather.
Stand tight!
Hello, Gene. What was that Indian doing here?
He wanted to send a basket by express.
What's he doing? Going into the mail order business?
I wouldn't be surprised.
This the basket?
Yes, that's it.
Hello, you seem to be pretty interested in the express business.
Well, maybe not altogether in the express business.
Well, Gene, you can run along now. I'll get things ready for the stage.
I'll go along with you if you don't mind.
All right.
Not much of a load this trip. Got your package ready?
Yeah, take the dadgum thing. It might hold together, then again it might not. I don't know. Hey, wait a minute. That basket ought to go on a stage, too.
It's got no tag on it.
Well, I seen your daughter tie one on there a while ago. Somebody must have took it off.
Oh, well, I guess an Indian basket is no life or death matter.
I don't know. It might be right important.
What's the idea of that funny outfit? So the sheriff wouldn't recognize him. But it didn't do any good. He spotted me anyway.
Yeah? What about the gold?
It's all set. We get it tomorrow.
Tomorrow, huh?
Now, the boys will go on ahead. Part of them will plant themselves in this building across the street from the express office. The rest of them ride through town shooting up, so the sheriff will gather a posse and start out after them. Right?
It looks all right. All right, you know what to do. Get going.
Where's Red?
He's over to shack. He ought to be along most any time.
Better wait here till I see him.
Okay.
Oh, Cactus Pete is lying in the bog. His grave is covered up with stones and rocks. You know, this is one of the softest touches you ever made, Red. All right, Red, it's time to go down into town.
This hombre tried to send a message to the ranger. All right, get his guns, Red.
I thought it was too good to be true.
Pretty clever, Mr. Davis. Well, a condemned man will just take a drink to your health.
Gene, you'd better not come any further. It's too dangerous. All right, boys, come on.
Got enough?
Yeah, I got enough.
Captain, I want you to meet a friend of mine here. He's given me a very interesting half hour.
Well, it looks as though you tamed him down pretty well, Fred. All right, throw him in with the rest of the herd, Fuzzy.
Well, Captain Rawlins, this isn't just the way I planned this thing, but I'm certainly glad to see you fellas.
I'm glad to see you too, Fred. I didn't know what happened to you.
And say, old-timer, you sort of forgot to mind your own business, didn't you?
No, I just had to get rid of them outlaws so as I could work my mind.
Say, Captain, Pete's a prisoner inside.
Fine, I'll get him. But
Right in there, Captain. They got him tied up.
So this is where you spent that interesting half hour. Looks like a cyclone hit the place.
Gene, I got a little something I want to talk to you about.
Fred Jamison, you're going to worry me into an early grave.
Well, it was all Captain Rawlins' idea.
Captain Rawlins? Oh, that's what the basket was all about.
Yeah, you see, Captain, we were just talking about you. I was telling Gene here about your interesting hobby of collecting Indian baskets.
here, put the thing where it belongs. I'm tired of sitting on it.
And I'm not at all sorry for you.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Fred. I just didn't understand.
It's all right, Pete.
He's going to have bigger and better troubles from now on.
Yeah, that's just what I wanted to talk to you about, Gene.
I'm gonna run.